Hey everyone, welcome to the Bridge the Gap YouTube channel. Took some time away from the channel just because I wanted to get some better ideas, better content, put stuff out there that's not out there for anybody else. So got into some great discussions recently with other DFS players around the same level that I'm at, and just hey, what's something that a new player could benefit from? Is there anything that you're struggling with? Is there anything that you'd like to see that no one's talking about? So I want to start 2019 with putting together more series of things that can help you become a better DFS player. So the series that we'll do this week is the 5 steps to help you manage your daily fantasy sports bankroll. There's 5 steps, and we'll do a video for each one. The first one today, we'll just cover some basic stuff, and everything in here is just a suggestion. I've been a winning DFS player for a little over a year now, so I'm by no means an expert, but I do know a little bit, and I'll just go over some of the things that work for me, and if you like it, I just started doing the Diamond Dallas Page yoga to get into better shape, and one of the things he always talks about is make the DDPY your own. So please make the stuff that we cover in the bankroll management, make it your own. If there's something in here that you think is dumb, don't do it. If there's something like, oh, you know what, that's a great idea. But we'll just talk about what worked for me. So step 1, it's really important to get your household finances in order. A lot of times people get into DFS because they want to make money on the side. They eventually want to become a DFS pro and they want to quit their day jobs. All that's good, but you got to get your household finances in order. First thing that I should put in here is make sure your spouse is on board. So my wife is definitely on board with me playing DFS and knows about my progress, but I do it in a responsible way. And that leads us to the next point is DFS money is not for bills. It is for DFS only. So if you make a deposit on DraftKings, and if you have liquid financials, a lot of money at your disposal, deposit all you want. But if you only have, $100, a couple $100, and you need to make it work, make sure that you're setting this money aside, and definitely do not pull money like, oh, you know what, rent's due in about 2 weeks, so I'm going to use my rent money and I'm going to double it, and then I'll pay rent for 2 months. That's a really bad way to go about it, and you're going to go busto pretty quick. Have a foundational source of income. This one's pretty obvious. So if you have a day job, that's phenomenal. Have something else that you can fall back on other than DFS, whether that's money that you have set aside, or a day job, or hey, you and your wife, or you on your own, set a little bit aside each month that's strictly for DFS, but it doesn't affect your overall lifestyle. The next one, eliminate all unnecessary debt. So I just completed reading this book, The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and there's a lot of good stuff in there because one of my focuses is I want to be a daily fantasy sports pro where I take what I win at DFS as my main source of income. Not there yet, progressively making more and more steps to being able to do that feels great. And one of the things I wanted to do is make sure that no unnecessary money is going out each month. So was able to pay off my debt. And one of the other things that you can do is lower your overhead. One of the things that I did this last year is just making minor adjustments. I was paying about $250 a month for DirecTV, switched to Spectrum, which is the local cable carrier out here in Southern California where I live. And it was like $100 a month, and the quality was probably better. DirecTV does a few things better, but not $150 more a month better. One of the other adjustments is this is the first football season where I did not have Sunday ticket. And guess what? I got just as much enjoyment from watching whatever games were on locally on one TV and the Red Zone channel on the other TV. So that's something you can do. I ate at Chipotle about 5 times a week, and now it's about 1. So these aren't major adjustments, but they're little things here and there that you can do to allocate additional money towards DFS. Another thing to consider is if you want DFS to be your second source of income, but you just need a little bit of seed money to get it off the ground. Some of this stuff is pretty obvious. FBA Legends is a really awesome site that you can sign up for a couple $100. It is a start to finish step-by-step process that shows you how to set up your own Amazon store, basically being a purchaser and a buyer for Amazon. This is a course that I have taken and I will vouch for. It works. I know the owner and he is personally invested with all of his students. So if that's something that you want to do to create a second source of income until, DFS can be your second or primary source of income, that's something that I'd recommend. Uber, Lyft, part-time job, have a yard sale, sell stuff on eBay, Craigslist. So nothing on this list is that life-altering, life-shattering breakthrough advice. It's just some stuff to just be thinking about. Like, hey man, if you want to be good at this, take it seriously. Don't just expect that you're going to put in $50 and you're going to win the Millionaire Maker, or you're going to win the $50,000 prize that night, or 100K, or whatever. That can happen, but for the most part, it's not. And I've been able to be successful at DFS, and I've never won more than 5 figures in a day. So the reality for me is not chasing the big scores. It's just very simple, just having a plan. And one of the things that I did over the last year that really helped in 2018 to position myself to take an even bigger leap in 2019 is getting my household financials in order. So that'll wrap up this video, and I'll fire up the second step in the next video. Thanks for checking it out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, follow me on Twitter, send me an email. However you want to get in touch with me, I'd love to hear from you. Talk to you soon.